For this part of the video, we are introducing media about the May 1968 event in France. In May 1968, a major confrontation occurred in which students in Paris walked down the street to form a movement against the conservative government of General Charles de Gaulle, and later brought out workers on strike. The movement started with the National Student Union and the Union of University Teachers calling a march to protest against the police invasion of Sorbonne. It nearly led to the collapse of the government and made huge political and social impact on France. Much like the posters in the Cultural Revolution, the posters in the May 1968 movement spread ideologies to students, intellectuals, and workers in the industries. Movement activists made handmade posters and used them to convey the protesters' grievances during the uprisings. The productions were unorganized, filled with everyday people who had been showing a solidarity without the differences of class, age, and education. They often showed the pursuit of liberation in speech, press, and sexuality, the power of youth, and anti-war sentiments. The activists knew that the media belonged to the Gaulle's government. Thus, the posters became the communication that the students and the strikers could rest assured that was not dominated. Movies that convey a specific political reflection, often called militant cinema, became a trend in France after the May 1968 movement. This 1974 French movie, Les Chinois à Paris, set in the occupation and liberation era during World War II, when People's Liberation Army invaded Western Europe and occupied France. On one hand, French people were terrified as the president fled to the United States and made a division of whether follow the leadership of the Chinese army or resist. On the other hand, the Liberation Army was eager to replace the cultural and political structure with communist ideologies, such as banning alcohol and sex. The movie reached its peak during the scene in which the French government wanted to please the leaders of the People's Liberation Army by designing a French opera, Carmen, with ideologies of Chinese communism. In the classical Parisian opera house, several French dancers dressed as peasants and soldiers in the Liberation Army, depicting scenes including the general punishing female landlord and the red detachment of women defeating American soldiers, along with the original music from Carmen. Overall, media played an important role in the movement, as it revealed the propaganda strikers tried to achieve. Furthermore, the rise of cinema militant after the movement not only reflected the historical facts about May 1968, but showed either criticism or enlightenment of the shifting political characteristics and environment in France.